Ever been forced into a wild bet and stumbled into a millionaire's heart? Buckle up for Emma and Liam's hilarious, heartfelt ride. Soul and Love Stories crew, this tale proves fate's got a wicked sense of humor. A burnt loaf, a broke stranger, and a Vermont twist no one saw coming. May your heart race with joy, your dreams shine with hope, and your days echo with love's quirky magic. You're not riding solo. I'm here, chasing these epic sparks with you. Let's raise a toast. Keeper of chaos and charm. Zap every soul today. Tickle their spirits, heal their doubts, and guide them to epic romance. Turn bets into bliss. Hooray! Soul and Love Stories Squad, ready for their whirlwind? We're building a love haven, aiming for 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 hearts to unite. Like, share with your crew, comment your fave moment and city you're watching from. Subscribe to light us up. Join in, and let's spin more tales together. Emma Carter trudged through the dingy diner owned by her stepfather Frank in a small Vermont town, the stale grease smell clinging to her tangled curly hair. At 21, she was a picture of resilience tinged with clumsiness. Poor, working unpaid under Frank's scornful gaze, yet managing a faint smile while pouring coffee for regulars. Since her mother's death, Emma had lived quietly, her dream simple: to open a small bakery, escape this judgmental town, and prove she wasn't a burden. Someday, she muttered, wiping the counter, her brown eyes glinting with hope amid the chaos. Frank, a gambling addict with a bulging gut, slumped in a corner booth, clutching a beer bottle, eyes bloodshot from a night of losses. That day, Liam Bradford, a 25-year-old hired hand who fixed cars around town, strode in, his voice low but firm. 3 months of work, Frank. Pay up. Tall and lanky with messy black hair, Liam flashed a gentle but troublesome grin, always wide and carefree, like he had no worries. Frank sneered, exhaling beer breath. Pay? Got none. Take Emma as a wife instead. Call it even. He jabbed a finger at her, his tone venomous. Emma, mid-pour for a customer, froze, water spilling over the table as she heard him. What? She yelled, whipping around, her face flushing with fury. I'm not some item you can sell. The diner went silent, a few patrons sneaking glances. But Liam, to her shock, nodded calmly. Fine. I'll take care of her properly. Emma's eyes widened, incredulous. Are you insane? I'm not marrying anyone over a debt. Liam shrugged, grinning. Not insane. You've got nowhere to go. I've got a place. Think of it. A temporary fix? Frank cackled. Done. Cancels my $500. Emma clenched her fists, humiliation and helplessness churning inside. No mom, no money, no refuge. Frank would kick her out if she refused. Glaring at Liam, she snapped, You sure? I'm not easy to live with. Liam nodded, eyes bright. I'm sure. You're worth more than this dump. Emma exhaled sharply, turning to wipe a tear, reluctantly nodding. Fine, but don't expect me to call you husband for real. Liam laughed heartily, clapping his hands. Deal sealed. Frank grumbled. 2 idiots, match made in heaven. Emma grabbed her bag and stormed out, heart pounding. She barely knew Liam, just a quiet mechanic with oil-stained hands and an odd smile. What she didn't suspect was that beneath his broke facade, Liam was Liam Bradford, sole heir to the Bradford dynasty, who ditched wealth to seek genuine love. A ridiculous, tense start, but fate had quietly laid its first brick. Emma Carter trailed Liam Bradford out of Frank's rundown diner, her heart heavy but out of options. Liam led her to a small wooden house on the outskirts of their Vermont town, far from the judgmental clamor of the center. It wasn't fancy, faded shingles, creaky windows, but it was clean, cozy, with a faint pine scent lingering. Emma stood in the living room, clutching her bag, eyes scanning. This is, your place? Liam nodded, flashing his signature wide grin. Welcome to our temporary nest. No dishwasher, but I've got a blackened pan that's pure art. Emma smirked, hiding a chuckle. Great, I've married a kitchen disaster. Their first day together was a parade of laughable mishaps. At dawn, Liam decided to whip up a debut breakfast to impress. Eggs scorched to a crisp, toast fused to the pan. He plopped it on the table, grinning sheepishly. "Grade me gently. I'm new at this." Emma took a bite, wincing. "1 out of 10. At least you didn't burn the house down." Liam clapped, laughing. "Progress. Yesterday I nearly did." Emma shook her head, but her lips twitched upward. She hadn't expected this guy to crack her shell amid her emotional storm. To break free from the stifling tension, Emma landed a part-time gig at Whitaker's Treats, the town's bakery. Mrs. Whitaker, a silver-haired woman with a kind smile, took to her instantly. "You've got baker's hands. Why not open your own shop?" Emma sighed. "I'd love to, but where's the money? My stepdad sees me as a debt." Mrs. Whitaker patted her shoulder. "Don't give up, girl. I see a spark in you." The job sparked a flicker of hope. Emma squirreled away every penny, dreaming of shedding Frank's shadow. Liam, meanwhile, worked at the local garage, hands stained with grease but always cheerful. He kept his true identity under wraps. Son of the wealthy Bradford dynasty, who traded mansions for a simple life to find uncalculated love. To Emma, he was just a broke mechanic, but his warmth slowly melted her guard. One afternoon, he came home to find her testing recipes, flour smudged on her face, the floor a war zone. "Do I look like a baker yet?" she asked, hands on hips. Liam grinned. "More like a flour warrior." Emma flung a dough ball at him, and they erupted in laughter, the awkward start forgotten. Bit by bit, they found a rhythm. Liam would perch on the porch, strumming clumsy chords on an old guitar, while Emma brought out trial pastries for scoring. "Better than your burnt eggs," she teased, and he feigned offense. "I'll practice till you give me a 10. Something shifted in Emma. Liam wasn't just a temporary fix anymore. He listened as she spoke of her late mom, her bakery dreams, without judgment. "I never thought I deserved this kind of treatment," she said softly one night. Liam met her gaze, eyes bright. "You're worth more than you know." But Emma didn't suspect Liam's big secret. He wasn't the pauper she assumed. Drawn to her resilience and smile, he hid his past, haunted by the fear of being loved for his wealth. Their shared life kicked off with humor, but silent undercurrents were brewing, poised to stir the calm they'd built. Emma Carter and Liam Bradford settled into a cozy rhythm in their small wooden house on Vermont's outskirts, the chill of winter softening with their growing bond. Their affection blossomed through simple, warm moments. One night, Liam tugged Emma onto the porch, pointing at a star-strewn sky. "See that? Brighter than city lights." Emma smiled softly, sitting beside him. "I've never stargazed like this. At Frank's, it was all grease fumes." Liam strummed clumsy notes on his old guitar, crooning an off-key folk tune, making Emma laugh. "You sing worse than you cook." He feigned offense. "You're wounding an artist here." Their laughter rang out, mingling with the night breeze. In the days that followed, they tackled cooking together, or rather, wrecked the kitchen as a team. Liam chopped onions, tears streaming. "I swear these hate me." Emma, rolling dough, teased. "They hate you because you wield that knife like a hammer." Flour flew everywhere, another pan charred, but they didn't mind. Cleaning the mess became a shared joy. Once, Emma baked sweet rolls, handing one to Liam. "Score it, be serious." He bit in, nodding. 8 beats my burnt pan special." She playfully punched his shoulder, a strange warmth blooming. She'd never had anyone cherish her small efforts like this. Emma began to open up. One afternoon by the fireplace, she shared, "Mom died when I was 15. Frank called me useless, a leech. No one's ever listened or respected me until you." Liam rested a hand on her shoulder, voice deep. "You're not useless. You're stronger than you know. Whatever happens, I'll choose you first." Emma blinked, a tear slipping. "You mean that?" Liam nodded, eyes gleaming. "Truer than my burnt pan." She laughed, a sense of safety creeping in for the first time in years. But the first test loomed. Julian Pierce, a wealthy playboy from Burlington, started showing up at Whitaker's Treats. Tall, blonde, clad in pricey suits, Julian was a regular ordering pastries while eyeing Emma with intent. One day he handed her a huge bouquet. "A girl like you deserves more than this town. Dinner with me?" Emma smirked, quipping, "Thanks, but I've got someone who makes awful breakfast daily." Julian scoffed, glancing at Liam waiting outside, hands greasy. "That mechanic? He's beneath you." Emma frowned. "You don't know him. Don't judge." Yet Julian's words planted a seed of doubt. That night, as they fixed a car in the garage, Emma asked, "What did you do before coming here? How are you so cheerful despite being broke?" Liam, tightening a bolt, faltered, his grin stiffening. "Just odd jobs. I like this life." He dodged, but Emma pressed. "Hiding something?" Liam forced a laugh. "Nothing. You're overthinking." She nodded, unease stirring. Liam was too good, too odd, and she wondered who he truly was. Julian persisted. The next day at the bakery, he bragged, "I just bought the old garage on Maple. How's he fixing cars when he's flat broke?" Emma snapped, "He's better at it than you are at flashing cash." But through the window she saw Liam wiping his hands, grinning as always, and thought, "How's he so confident if he's really poor?" Doubt swelled, while Liam, beneath his mechanic facade, hid his fear. If Emma learned he was Liam Bradford, a runaway millionaire, would she stay? Their sweet bond grew, but the first cracks emerged, priming a storm ahead. Winter blanketed Vermont in snow, but the air inside Emma Carter and Liam Bradford's wooden house grew taut as a bowstring. Their deepening bond faced its first storm. One afternoon, Frank, Emma's stepfather, barged in, his filthy shirt reeking of beer. He roared, "Emma, back to the diner now. Julian's wiping my $500 debt if you ditch this grease monkey." Emma, baking in the kitchen, stormed out, hands trembling. "I'm not some pawn to trade. I'm staying with Liam." Frank sneered, jabbing a finger at Liam. "This broke loser can't keep you. Come back or I'll lose it." Liam stepped beside her, voice steady. "She's not going anywhere. Get out." Frank spat on the ground, stumbling off. "You'll regret this, brat." Emma turned to Liam, eyes red. "He won't let this go. I don't want to drag you down." Liam took her hand, firm. "I'm not afraid of Frank. You being here is enough." But that night, as Emma slept, Liam sat by the fire, mind churning. He was Liam Bradford, a runaway millionaire. But if she knew, would she see him as just another Julian, buying her with cash? He buried the secret, pulling back, less laughter, fewer jokes, retreating to fix cars or strum his guitar alone. Emma noticed the shift. One morning she brought pastries to the porch as usual, but Liam just nodded. No score, no tease. "What's wrong?" she asked, voice tinged with worry. He avoided her gaze. "Nothing. Just busy." Emma frowned. "You're off, Liam. Tell me if something's up." He stood, tone stiff. "It's nothing. Stop overthinking." Emma clenched her fists, hurt. "I thought you were different. Not like Frank or Julian. But you're hiding something, aren't you?" Liam turned away, silent, leaving her standing there, heart sinking. She wondered, I trusted him. What if he's lying too? Julian Pierce fanned the flames. He frequented Whitaker's treats, bragging, "I just bought more land here. What's that mechanic got besides a busted garage?" Emma snapped, "He's got kindness. You can't buy that." Julian smirked. "Kindness won't pay debts. You deserve better than that shack. Come with me. I'll give you a bakery." Emma swatted his hand. "I don't need your money." But his words deepened her doubt. Liam was poor yet always confident, always cheerful. Was it real? That night Emma sat in the kitchen, watching Liam tinker with a car through the window. He overheard her on the phone with Mrs. Whitaker. "Liam's acting weird. I'm scared he's hiding something. I don't want to trust the wrong guy again." Liam froze, a pang hitting him. He wanted to confess, but feared she'd see him as Frank or Julian, a manipulator with money. He stayed quiet, widening their rift. Emma retreated to her room, whispering to herself, "I thought he was home. But if he's not real, what's left?" Tensions escalated. Emma faced Frank's pressure, Julian's doubts, and Liam's distance. Liam, terrified of losing her, pushed her further with his silence. Snow piled thick outside, but the true chill stemmed from the growing cracks within, setting the stage for a bigger reckoning ahead. Snow fell thickly over Vermont's winter festival, twinkling lights strung across the town square. But the chill between Emma Carter and Liam Bradford cut deeper than ever. Liam's distance fueled Emma's growing doubts. He'd stopped joking, stopped warming her days, turning silent as a stranger. One evening at the festival, she sold pastries for Whitaker's Treats, forcing smiles for customers, her heart heavy. Julian Pierce strutted in, his sleek suit standing out, a triumphant smirk on his face. "Still slinging sweets for that old lady? Where's your mechanic?" Emma snapped, "He's busy. None of your business." Julian sneered, "Busy hiding from you, you mean?" Just then, Liam approached, hands greasy, old coat frayed, ready to walk Emma home. Julian blocked him, voice booming across the square. "Quit pretending, Liam Bradford. Has she figured out you're a trust fund heir yet?" The crowd hushed, eyes swiveling. Emma froze, pastries tumbling into the snow. "What?" Julian laughed. "Liam Bradford, millionaire runaway, playing mechanic to toy with you. Ask how long he's kept it up." Liam paled, stammering, "Julian, shut up!" But Emma spun to him, eyes brimming. "Is it true? Who are you?" Liam bowed his head, voice hoarse. "I was going to tell you. It's not a game, Emma. I left my family for real love, not money." Emma stepped back, tears streaming. "Real love? You hid it for 3 months. What am I to you? A test run?" Her voice broke, shouting, "I trusted you more than myself, but you're just like them, a liar." Liam lunged forward. "No, I love you." She cut him off, trembling. "Don't say love when you're not real." She turned, bolting into the thick snow, leaving Liam amid the murmuring crowd. Liam chased her, wind biting, yelling, "Emma, listen! I love you. It's not a trick." He slipped, crashing into the snow, but scrambled up, racing to the road toward their house. Soaked and shaking, Emma paused at the door, facing him. "You ditched a fortune for what? A poor girl to trust you, then break her?" Liam, breathless, eyes wet. "For you, someone who'd want me, not my cash. I was scared you'd see me as Julian." Emma shook her head. "I don't know who to believe, you, Frank, or me." She slammed the door, leaving Liam in the snow, heart shattered. Inside, Emma crumpled to the floor, sobbing, clutching her face. Memories of stargazing, his clumsy antics that made her laugh, now all felt like lies. Outside, Liam punched the wooden wall, whispering, "I've lost her." From afar, Julian smirked at the crowd. "Great show! Millionaire meets pastry girl." He sauntered off, leaving Liam kneeling, snow dusting his hair white. The truth detonated at the festival. Emma reeled from betrayal. Liam lost her to his own fear. The climax thrust them to the edge, one crushed by broken trust, the other by desperate love. Snow kept falling, but the real cold was the unbridgeable gap between them, for now. After the snowy festival night, Emma Carter shut herself in the wooden house, her heart broken by the truth about Liam Bradford. She avoided him, slipping in and out of Whitaker's Treats in silence. One afternoon, Mrs. Whitaker sat her down, voice gentle. "Liam didn't lie about loving you. He gave up a fortune for someone real. That's you." Emma blinked, tears spilling. "Then why hide it?" Mrs. Whitaker smiled. "He feared losing you, like you fear trusting the wrong person. Don't let fear win." That evening, Emma returned home, mind tangled. Opening the door, she froze. Liam was in the kitchen, shirt grease-stained, wrestling with the charred old oven he was fixing. "What are you doing?" she asked, voice shaky. Liam looked up, smiling weakly. "Fixing this for you. I don't want you thinking I'm all talk." Emma studied him, rough hands, eyes red from sleeplessness, and her heart softened. She stepped closer, teasing. "A millionaire who's this bad at repairs?" Liam chuckled. "Millionaire or not, I just want your smile." Emma sat, sighing. "You hurt me, but I miss you, the guy who cooks terribly." Liam knelt, taking her hand. "I was wrong to hide it. I feared you'd think I was buying your love. But I love you, Emma. Not for money, because you're home. She blinked, tears falling, then laughed. Home with a burnt oven for 3 months? They burst into laughter, Liam pulling her into a tight hug. I promise. A new oven, good pastries, and the real me. Snow stopped outside, the chill fading. Emma whispered, no more hiding. I trust you. Liam nodded, kissing her forehead softly. Amid flour and smoke, they reconciled, true love triumphing over fear. Emma Carter and Liam Bradford rebuilt their love after that reconciliation night, stronger than ever. With Liam's help, not cash but his clumsy hands, Emma opened Sweet Haven, a tiny bakery in the heart of their Vermont town. Her quirky, flavorful pastries became a local hit, drawing crowds aplenty. Liam, now openly Liam Bradford, bought Frank's old diner as a wedding gift, grinning, I'm collecting my debt, you. On opening day, light snow fell, the town buzzing with cheer. Liam, in a simple vest, knelt before Emma amid applause. I'm marrying you again. No debts, just love. Yes? Emma, apron dusted with flour, blushed and laughed. Yes, but you're washing dishes. They embraced, a sweet kiss beneath the Sweet Haven sign melting the winter chill. From afar, Frank muttered, rich bastard, but no one cared. Epilogue. A year later, Emma and Liam stood outside the bakery, hand in hand. Liam teased, you're still better at baking than loving me, huh? Emma stuffed a pastry in his mouth. Learn, millionaire. They laughed heartily, their tale, from a foolish bet to a town legend, now a sweet, honest forever. That's Emma and Liam's sweet saga, from a forced bet to a Vermont love story baked to perfection. Did Liam's burnt loaf win you over, or Emma's sass steal your heart? Soul and Love Stories, fam. Drop your favorite scene below and tell me your city. If this warmed your soul, hit like to sprinkle some love, share with your rom-com pals, and subscribe. We're chasing 1,000 hearts and you're our spark. Step into Sweet Haven with us for more cozy tales. Catch you next time.